Lucas Tracy has recently come out with a disgusting display of a top 50 MMA greatest fighters of all time tier list. I'm going to be breaking down the worst moments of this video and the worst rankings overall. There's like three really bad ones that I want to talk about. So, obviously, this is a Money Manzel MMA production. Welcome back to another video. I want to start it off with, we'll go least egregious to most egregious in order. So, he has Justin Gaethje in his top 30 of all time. Disgraceful to have Justin Gaethje in your top 30 of all time, and I'll tell you why, man. Notable wins. Okay, he's 1-1 with Dustin Poirier. He got razor-thin decisions versus Rafael Fiziev. He beat Tony Ferguson, who was 36 and coming off a weight cut the week before. I don't care if he was on the win streak. He's post-MCL and ACL surgeries. I think he tore his fucking Achilles in the meantime. He did a lot of stuff in that time. Michael Chandler. We're going to skip past that one. Edson Barboza was a good win at the time. I'll give him that. But Barboza's always been chinny at 55 too. He was a monster, but, it is what it is. He was the interim champ. We'll give him that as well. But this is a guy that lost every opportunity he's had at the Undisputed Belt. He lost to Khabib in dominant fashion. He lost to Oliveira in dominant fashion. And right now he's been whining, he's been bitching and moaning about a title fight versus Islam Makhachev. I guarantee you he gets dominated in the first round. It is a pattern of Justin Gaethje. There's no way he can be top 30. Notable people that should be above Justin Gaethje. Cain Velasquez has spent the last 2 years in prison, right? We all support Cain Velasquez, by the way. But either way, 2-time heavyweight champion, 4 title wins. Beat guys like Brock Lesnar, Bigfoot Silva twice. He beat JDS in a rematch, and he beat Big Nog. There's a couple other guys in there too, but like Czech Congo and random fucking heavyweight jobbers. But Cain Velasquez is not above Justin Gaethje in the rankings, apparently. TJ Dillashaw, I don't care about steroids. If you have Jon Jones in the top 5, then TJ Dillashaw should also be in your top 30 if he popped for EPO. 2-time bantamweight champ, 5 title victories. He beat Cody Garbrandt twice. He beat Renan Barão twice, and he beat Corey Sandhagen. I don't care if the decision was close or not. It wasn't a robbery. It was 2-2 going into the 5th. You can score it either way. I thought Dillashaw won the fight watching it back, so it is what it is. But to have 2 knockout wins over Cody Garbrandt, who was surging and looked unbeatable at the time that TJ beat him, a razor-thin fight with Dominic Cruz, who a lot of people consider the bantamweight GOAT alongside Merab, and then to beat Renan Barão, who hadn't lost in 10 years when TJ Dillashaw fought him. So for these guys to have 9 combined title victories and to be 2-time champs in their respective divisions and not be better all time than a guy who's lost every title fight he's been in, unbelievable and disgraceful from Lucas Tracy MMA in Peaches and Creamsville. Next up, this guy, I can't believe I'm even saying this. This guy has Arman Tsarukyan as the 18th best fighter of all time. Arman Tsarukyan in the UFC. This guy has a close fight with Joaquim Silva, who is a short-notice bum who is not in the UFC anymore. He sucks. He is this guy who got chinned by Joaquim Silva, by the way, but it is what it is. He is him ahead of Fedor, Dominic Cruz, Israel Adesanya, Robert Whittaker, Aljamain Sterling, Davison Figueiredo, Brandon Moreno. The list goes on. Look at the people here. Fedor, it was widely considered the greatest MMA fighter of all time in its pioneering era. Dominic Cruz is a 2-time champion. Israel Adesanya is a 2-time or 3. I think he's a 2-time champ. Robert Whittaker was the champion at middleweight. It was kind of iffy, but he was the champ when he fought Izzy. He beat Romero twice. Figgy, 2-time champ at flyweight. Brandon Moreno, also I believe a 2-time champion at flyweight. Maybe even 3. I'm not completely sure. But disgraceful for 20 title victories in the UFC to be to these guys, and Arman Tsarukyan is the guy ahead of them. Who is Arman beat? You go through the list. Split decision with Charles Oliveira. He beat Beneil Dariush. Congratulations, he's 50 years old. Joel Alvarez was a good win. And it was before Joel Alvarez really hit his stride. Once you go past those 3 guys, and 2 of them are very questionable, by the way, you have Joaquim Silva. He lost to Mateusz Gamrot. I don't care if it was close or a robbery. You have nothing past that. That's his whole career. He's a loss to Islam Makhachev where it was close. Congratulations. I don't know what we're talking about here. Yoel Romero was beat twice by Robert Whittaker. Jacare Souza was beat by Robert Whittaker. Paulo Costa, Darren Till, Kelvin Gastelum, all elite middleweights that Robert Whittaker beat. And a lot of people would argue Robert Whittaker is not top 30 of all time. So how is it possible that Arman Tsarukyan, who's never touched a belt, let alone an interim belt, he hasn't touched a BMF belt, how is he the 18th best of all time? This guy, Arman Tsarukyan, was so horny in the build-up to UFC 311, he threw out his own back trying to impress Nina Drama. Listen, this guy is still in LA, still doing podcasts because he thinks that he's going to fight on this card. Buddy, you're not getting the title shot. You're getting skipped by Paddy Pimblett, I hate to tell you. But listen, we have all been horny enough or we've thrown away our title fight trying to impress a 40-year-old woman. We've all done this. Arman Tsarukyan, shameless. I say we just throw him off a bridge somewhere. That's my plan. So he's not the 18th best of all time. He's not in the top 50. So let's move on, man. The final major thing that I want to talk about in this video, and I'm breezing through this because I have a lot of time to spend on fucking this shit. Lucas Tracy, take a look at this list, by the way. There's some names here that you can agree with. Aljamain Sterling, probably just in the top 30 of all time. Frankie Edgar, I'd agree with that placement. I don't agree with Bilal being there, but it is what it is. Demetrious Johnson's at number 11. Daniel Cormier's at number 12. Anderson Silva is at number 15. Number 9 is Petr Yan. Petr Yan was on a 3-fight losing streak about a year ago. He has a razor-thin win over Song Yadong, and he just beat Figgy in a 5-round fight that was pretty competitive for the most part. Petr Yan's notable wins in the UFC. Corey Sandhagen, congratulations. The kid, he outpoint fought him at range. I could be Corey Sandhagen on a brisk summer's day. Jose Aldo, that was a good win. Jose Aldo was still in his prime, regardless of what the fanboys say. I'm one of the fanboys. Figgy, who was up a weight class and is 40 years old. Davison Figueiredo is not a good win in 2024 or 2025, whenever he fought him. He's 38 years old. He's up 10 pounds. And Figgy kind of dropped Petr Yan. He kind of landed some shots on the kid. So it is what it is. And Song Yadong, watch back the Song Yadong fight, March of 2023, UFC 299. Petr Yan lost the first round. He arguably wins the second round and barely wins the third round. They are razor thin. It's a razor thin fight. I'll give it to him because he was given the official decision. That is his whole resume as a UFC fighter. Is 4 guys. Corey Sandhagen's never touched a belt. Jose Aldo never touched a belt at 135. Figgy never touched a belt at 135. Song Yadong is like the 8th ranked bantamweight and had a tough time with Henry Cejudo in February. That is a top 10 resume of all time, apparently, according to Lucas Tracy. That's disgusting. It's pathetic. There's no way that Petr Yan, other than rage bait, could ever be put in the top 25 of the all-time rankings. You can do hypotheticals all you want. You can say, oh, what if he didn't knee Aljo in the face? He fucking did it. It's not like he eye-poked him. He kneed him while he was down. That's a DQ loss. It is what it is. Deal with it. He then lost the rematch to Aljo, which made it make sense all the more. He lost to Sean O'Malley. I've rewatched that fight. Sean O'Malley won 29-28. I thought pretty clearly, even though it was a close fight. He beat Uriah Faber when he was 40 years old. Congratulations, kid. We've all beat Uriah Faber. Every single one of us watching this video right now would beat Uriah Faber in a fight. That's how ass Uriah Faber is. Watch the way that guy fought. No striking, decent wrestling, is what it is. He fluked his way into like 4 title fights. He lost every single one of them. Guy was WEC champion in like 2006. Whatever. This is a top 10 resume of all time. It's shameful. It's shameless also. But this brings me to my main point. I think after watching this Lucas Tracy top 50 MMA GOAT list, it is safe to say that Lucas Tracy may have worse CTE than BJ Penn. BJ Penn has accused his family of being CIA operatives and being cloned post his UFC career. I'm willing to say that Lucas Tracy is more on the CTE spectrum than BJ Penn, who also, by the way, is not in that top 30 list and should be because of his resume. Lucas Tracy, listen, I'm serious when I say this. I think that he may be chromosomally deficient. And, shout out to his family, shout out to all that. I think that he's missing a few chromosomes. I don't even think it's extra chromosomes. I think he's lost a few of them. He's worse than BJ Penn, and BJ Penn is bad. So if we're at the point where I'm comparing Lucas Tracy and BJ Penn, we've fallen off a cliff. This guy made a video today where he was trying to defend this top 50 list. He was like, "You guys don't understand, man. Like, you don't interpret MMA the way I do anymore." No, man, we're just not stupid. We're not dumb people. We care about the sport. We all watch the sport and we enjoy the sport. So that is going to do it for my rant on Lucas Tracy's MMA GOAT list. There were a lot more, by the way. If we look back at this list, off the top of my head, first of all, Volk is not the second greatest fighter of all time. Stop that. Marab is not the greatest. Ilia Topuria, who has one title defense, is not the greatest. Or wait, no. He's two title. No, he had one title defense at featherweight and one the lightweight belt. GSP is the greatest fighter of all time. Fuck Islam Makhachev. Khabib should be in the 11 to 15 tier. He does not have a resume in the UFC. Kamaru Usman should be a lot higher if we're really doing resumes. How is Demetrious Johnson at number 11? The guy has 11 title defenses. Daniel Cormier was a champ at light heavyweight and heavyweight and is ranked 12th of all time. We're getting to a point, man, where it's shameful. Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier being in the top 20 of all time. Stop it. Ahead of Israel Adesanya, who had like 10 title fights. I can't support this, man. I like Lucas Tracy. I like his videos. The rage bait is up. Not only is Petr Yan the polar bear in Arlington, Texas, Lucas Tracy is also the polar bear in Arlington, Texas. You're on Fraud Watch, Lucas Tracy. Get ready to learn bagging groceries. We do not support this list. And that is going to do it. I appreciate every single person for tuning into this video, if you're tuned in. Follow my TikTok at Manzel MMA. I post clips from these every single day. Subscribe, like, comment down below. I have my actual predictions for UFC Nashville coming out tomorrow, most likely, so that'll be exciting. It's not using the Money Manziel MMA criteria, which is 100% by the way so far in the past 2 weeks. But if you're looking forward to that, it'll be out tomorrow at some point. I'll see you guys on the next one.